Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. You join us on our WWE and NXT save, and we're at Wrestlemania weekend with, first off, NXT Takeover Los Angeles live from the Staples Center. We could have been getting about 29,000 for this particular arena, but we're here today with a sold out 21,000, so the fans are packing this place out, and hopefully we can give them a spectacular show even, before we start WrestleMania in the next video. So as always, thanks for taking time out of your day to watch it. See the usual social things if you want to get social, if you want to buy the game or just check out other people's content or the best place for resource, all in the link below. Let's crack on with the man that is the user character of NXT, Triple H, welcoming everyone to NXT Takeover Los Angeles, and he gets a 69 rating as he tries to roar the crowd up for what should be a spectacular night of wrestling. First up, we start off with a match that we tried out the Technical Masterclass match note with, and it was a good matchup that saw Eli Dragunov defeat Timothy Thatcher in 26:49 by submission. And it felt like it was a great opportunity to give these two guys a fantastic spotlight, a lengthy matchup, because these will be two of the best guys going forward carrying the NXT brand. So a good win there for Dragunov, and yeah, no negatives at all. Next up, our NXT North American Champion Bronson Reed is just hyping up how his journey's been on NXT and how he's ready to take the spotlight at TakeOver, and that got a 61. And his matchup was decent, and he defeated Marcel Barthel in 17:49 with the Death Drop Driver. Bronson Reed makes the first defence of the NXT North American Championship, so this 64 also got the crowd hotter, which is good to see. Barthel, as we all know, got a massive push in TW 2016, and the same will likely happen here, but for now it's trying out new guys, and Bronson Reed was the first to benefit from that. Negatives: Reed's stamina and Marcel Barthel's inconsistency. Next up, we've got a promo from the man that's injured and not taking part in any sort of match today, which is Peter Avalon. He is of course unbeaten in NXT, the complete opposite of his AEW run, and his promo just saying he'll be back soon was a 48. We then had our cooldown match, or our opportunity match if you wish to look at it, and it was a terrible matchup that saw the team of Indy Hartwell and Deonna Purrazzo defeat Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir in 9:41 when Deonna Purrazzo submitted Marina Shafir with a Fujiwara armbar. So a fairly rated matchup, still good to give them a massive spot like this and performing in that amount of fans. And unfortunately the crowd were turned off by having a match outside of the pre-show that they didn't have any investment in. It cooled the crowd a little bit, but still, great opportunity. That's one of the better ratings that the four ladies have had so far. And obviously storytelling is going to hamper a little bit, and it's one of the ones as well where Duke and Shafir are going to need as many matches as they can to get a better psychology start. So by giving them more matches, hopefully that start will boost, and then they're going to be fine, because their stats will be really, really low because they were rookies at the start of the save. Next up, the Grizzled Young Veterans cut a promo of this triple threat match, of course helped by the leader of the Scarlet Empire, shock horror, Scarlet, but a 46 here as they look to defend against the Imperium, and of course they look to defend against the Maestros de Silo. It was a decent matchup, and the Grizzled Young Veterans defeated Flamito and Dragon Lee of Maestros de Silo, and Imperium 2's Fabian Aichner and Alexander Wolf in 1803 when James Drake pinned Alexander Wolf with a Head and Shoulders DDT. The Grizzled Young Veterans make the sixth defence of the NXT Tag Team titles, and in terms of in-ring work, Dragon Lee an absolute mile ahead of the rest, with Flamita not too far ahead. But it's good to see that Wolf and Aichner and Drake and Gibson both get tag team specialists, and it got the crowd hotter with a pretty good 69. Nice rated match. Next up, Ricochet with a promo, and he's talking about how his career went completely downhill on Raw, and he's looking to kind of get back on track. He said a few unlucky chances here in NXT, but he feels like this is the moment. A takeover is the best chance for him to relaunch his career. It was a 48 promo, and the match itself had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, which saw Ricochet defeat Jordan Devlin in 14:05 by pinfall with a diving double knee drop Ricochet wins the Cruiserweight Championship. This was the last of all the championships in NXT and the main roster that had never changed. Devlin had it since the start of the save. But I felt like it's a good chance to put it on Ricochet, so 10 months, reign's pretty good there. And a 70-18 matchup. Ricochet with a better in-ring performance. It got the crowd buzzing, being Steal the Show. And considering we to keep Jordan Devlin strong, I'd say it was a very, very good performance there. Negatives, inconsistency. You probably want to take maybe 1 or 2 points off for keeping Devlin really strong. Next up, Bianca in the women's title match is just hyping up her v Tegan. Tegan Nox had a lot of good victories on the road to this particular takeover, but Bianca, she took so long to get the title and get her career back on track that she's not going to let it go at any cost. That was a 50, and their matchup was decent, and she defeats Tegan Nox in 1354 illegally using the ropes for leverage. She cheated, but Bianca Belair makes the first defence of the women's title. So actually very pleased to see it was a 60 rated matchup, and the fact these have got great chemistry together. I didn't actually expect that, so that's good to see. But yeah, you're not going to take Bianca's title off her literally a month after getting it. And some people can go to the main roster without having to have the title at one point. So yeah, she'll probably be one. Tegan Nox. Also interesting, Bianca's down as inexperienced, so giving her as many matches as possible in NXT, just make sure her stats get as maxed out as she can. And then when I need on the main roster, she'll be in a perfect position. Next up, About had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd with Bandito defeat Walter in 1929 with the quick cradle. Simple roll up there, a 72. I think if Bandito didn't have the injury, this would be even higher, but we had to make use of the fact Walter was going to put him over once, and I wanted it a takeover. So Big Walter does the job there, top marks to him, and this match also got the crowd a wee bit hotter. So hopefully our main event can deliver. The Dream's promo before it was awful. He's like, he's been champion for a good wee while now, and he's taking on all comers. Damien Priest never really had much takeover experience because I haven't really used them that much. It was just kind of squash matches all the way up on NXT before any takeovers. So a 62. Will the Dream retain, or will Damien Priest, as he says, live forever? And it was a good matchup. Damien Priest defeats the Dream in 22:45. Where South of Heaven, Damien Priest wins the NXT title. So a 72. And what's interesting here is this storyline actually was fairly over, because the lack of psychology probably takes about 4 or 5 points off that. But it means when Dream goes to the main roster, if he can feud with the right people, he should get the right growth in that particular slot, and then hopefully he can be a main player as long as he's employed with us. So a 72, a new champion, and then Damien Priest celebrates with 74, so he's obviously got a good amount of charisma. So overall, a 71, that's a fairly decent takeover. I don't think it's the best, but it's still a good takeover. Still not better than my best match, which was a 79, so we're still a long way to go with that in NXT, but we increase the popularity in 56 regions. We'll jump back to the main screen because I want to have a wee look at various degrees of overness and how they've been affected, to see if Dreams maybe took a big loss, and to see how Damien Priest done, if he's maybe made a big gain. And of course looking at the likes of the Imperiums and his Walter's overness being decimated. There's a few things that, as I say, could decide whether people are going to get quicker call-ups to the main roster. So we'll just jump straight into NXT. We'll have a look at that in a second. Let's have a look and see what it says. Alex Shelley, AIW, 3.7 million viewers, and apparently the attendance was hurt because of a lack of big names. Well, we're always going to get that because anybody that's a big name goes to the main roster, but that's crazy considering we still sold out at 21,000. I'm actually toying with, like, if we don't use them on the main roster, whether we give an opportunity to, like, the Chad Gable in NXT as a solos act. Let's have a look here. The main ones I want to check: Bronson Reed, 47, so that's pretty good for him. We'll obviously just go with their US overness. It's 53 in the Southwest, which is good. Damien Priest is up to a 60, so give you an idea of his gain from a 49, so he's took a big gain at that. Just fair enough. Diona, did you gain anything for that? 24, so I think it's a wee bit over in this gain. Not by much, but she's gained 5 in the last month, so never say that Takeover can't put people over, because it certainly can. Dragunov is still at 60 odds, that's good. Leave much gained that month. He had, just a wee bit. So that's good to see there. So again, somebody that can carry the brand forward. Ricochet is one I want to check. Everybody else is kind of down the bottom I want to check. Ricochet, 48, see the small gain there. Jordan Devlin would have had a loss. Down to 57, that's about right. Walter down to 57, 58. The Dream. Oh, it's a big drop for the Velveteen Dream. Down about 9 with that loss. Damien Priest. So that's one negative when you try to call people up to the main roster. They can lose a lot of pop on their kind of last days with NXT. But that's fine. And Timothy Thatcher took a bit of a loss as well. That's fair enough. So for the YouTube side of things, thank you very much for watching. It's much appreciated. As I say, we're still doing daily content at this point in time, whether it's this save, the WWF save, the EW save, and the Sim Watcher saves as well. So thanks for watching, much appreciated, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.